Africa has got abundant renewable energy resources there to be tapped into. So then what would you say the continent really needs at this point for its green development goals? Is it investment? Is it technologies? Or
Africa is the main producer of some of these minerals, which are needed for not only for Africa, but for the rest of the world, which is needed. And we would like, this is why we would like to have cooperation, we would like to have investment in Africa, but we are talking about value added. And this is one of the outcomes, by the way, of the FOCAC, 9 FOCAC, that we are no longer talking about, raw materials and minerals, but we need really to add value to our resources. Because otherwise we have done this for centuries or for years, and we are not benefiting. Now this is a policy within the continent, and this needs investment. Huge investments, but these investments are beneficial to both sides. It's not only for Africa. It will add value to our products, but it will also benefit the other parties.
Well, speaking about channeling resources to the continent, China has pledged to support Africa in enhancing climate adaptation capacity. It's pledged to provide new energy technologies and products, and also to implement 30 clean energy and green development projects that was agreed at the FOCAC forum in September in Beijing. Your thoughts on these commitments? Do they meet African nations' needs? What more can the partners do on this front?
Yeah, you see, when we are talking about the cooperation between China and Africa, we really appreciate what China is doing for Africa. But we are not asking China to do all for Africa. We ourselves have a share to play, and others also have a share to play. China is doing its best, and I think if the result of the last FOCAC meeting or summit is very, very appreciated by Africa. They allotted more than $50 billion over the coming 3 years for projects which you just mentioned. The projects which covers many areas, not only on the climate change mitigation, but also in industry, in agriculture, and these projects will in effect help Africa in order to overcome the difficulties which were created by the climate change. If it is in agriculture, if it is in, and we have agreement with China, especially on the renewable energy, joint projects on how we can cooperate in the area of renewable energy. And Africa has abundance of what is needed to have renewable energy. If it is sun, it is counted as one of the best areas in terms of solar energy production. If it is wind, which is there, if it is minerals that is needed for instance, lithium and whatever, all this is available in Africa. So we can contribute. This is, by the way, one of the reasons why African Union is admitted to the G20, because the world needs Africa. Not only Africa needs the world, but it is a reciprocal. It's a reciprocal benefit for both sides. The world needs Africa.